What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's talk about it. Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked, who has been on Beyonce and Jay-Z's neck for years, biggest Beyonce fan turned stan, has been coming after Beyonce and Jay-Z. And every time he's like, I got this big secret. Jaguar Wright's been going after Jay-Z and Diddy now and exposing their plans and putting all of that news on the internet. What little she know and what do she know, but they've never really gotten any contact or attention until now. Like, he would go to the Renaissance concerts and everything, and now he's saying Jay-Z is worried about this Diddy situation and was sending people to contact him now about it. He's finally being contacted, and that Jay-Z reached out to him. It's finally happened. He said, Jay-Z, I know you're watching because you got people calling me. Stop having people call me. That's what he was saying about this Diddy situation. But we're going to get into all of that right after this.
Hi, I'm Carcino.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Back at it, playing with black magic. Now, when you see the threats that this person has claimed they have received in the past and all of these different things, Jason Lee, and all of these activities that revolve around Jay-Z and Beyonce, you start to notice that there's a cycle that's going on here. It's a crazy cycle that's hitting the internet. And this is a cycle of people that are trying to get attention for themselves, or they're just so messy with everything. It's like when he was going at it with Nicki Minaj, he was, this guy is like going at it at another level. And it seems like he gets away with it because of who he's affiliated with. Because of his sexuality, he feels he's protected and don't nobody want to go at him really due to his sexuality. And I've been around Floyd Mayweather for many years, and as I told you, I've never seen that guy. Never. He was never around us when we were all hanging around. Not saying he wasn't there. I'm just saying Floyd was hanging with him. I wasn't there. So Jay-Z, what did he say? Jay-Z, I know you're watching because you got people calling me. Stop having people call me. You can call me yourself. You know how to get my number. You got people calling me. Call me yourself because this right here is going to go viral. I will tell you to the audience, if I come up missing, all the calls I have been getting have been about him. But he says he has not received any threatening calls. Now, why is Jay-Z reaching out to you then? And according to Jason Lee, this is about Diddy. Not about Beyonce, but mostly about Diddy and his case and what he's going through with Little Rob and all these goofy lawsuits that these people keep coming up with this conversation that they're having. Now, when you look at Big Picture says that somebody's lying somewhere down the pipe. You just got to figure out who the liars are and then go from there. I've seen this show too many times to sit back and say, well, I don't know. I know. And when I say I know, that means I know how the scenarios are going to play out. I know when the people are lying. I know when people are pushing agendas and narratives that don't need to be. I know when people are saying something is something and that is basically nothing. I don't understand how people are making observations based on theory rather than reality. You had Jay-Z, who's trying to become basically the face of Black entertainment, him and Beyonce, the power couple. This is what his life is about. This is Shawn Carter. And Diddy was his right-hand man. They wanted to be the pillars of this entertainment industry. And they're going to try to use sex to take them down. And they're going to use people that look just like them. They're going to have the Gene Deals. They're going to have the Jason Lees. They're going to have the Jaguar Wrights. You're going to have your own people that look like you do all the work for them to try to take them down. Because why? Seriously. I mean, if Diddy go to jail, what does that do for Gene Deal? What he's going to talk about then? He's made an entire channel basically dedicated to going after Diddy. Because he has some grievances. And Beyonce, who's the belle of the ball, who Jason Lee, who basically was extorting, saying, I want this, or I'm going to tell this without I know, and I have something huge on you, Beyonce. You know, and he keeps dangling this. And I'm like, this guy's playing with fire. And this is what happens when people want to be a celebrity. He used to be a really, really big old fat dude. Then he started Ozempicing himself down to a normal looking person. But mentally, he's never really been there. And before anybody really knew he was, part of the Skittles crew, he's often just wants to be a celebrity and he's not. And they just start putting him in these circles and getting him these deals. And it's just gotten out of control. His ego has grown to a point where he really feels important. Like he really feels like he does a service to the people. When it's like, buddy, you have contributed nothing of any value to anyone. There's nothing tangible about what you're doing. And okay, you gonna war with Beyonce. You really want to do that? You really want to go at it with Jay-Z? And do you know how short this is gonna be, this run or this plan of yours is gonna go, Jason Lee? So if they're reaching out to you, I don't think it's in a positive note. They're reaching out to you to say, hey, slow down. You don't have to if you don't want to, but don't say, I didn't warn you. It's going to come to one of those. You got to know the power game. You got to know what power you have and what power they have. The same people you think got your back, got they back. If it comes down to a situation of you and them, it's going to be them every time. You know nothing really of that world. You think you do because you've been allowed to go to certain parties because you pay your own money and pay your own way. These people don't want you around. They don't need what you bring to the table. So if they're contacting you, there's a reason you're being contacted. And that On the Run tour that y'all keep talking about, Jay-Z and Beyonce, you think they're going to be on the run? Bonnie and Clyde, Jay-Z is next. They're taking Jay-Z down. They're not taking no damn Jay-Z down. And Jason Lee ain't taking no Beyonce down. It's not going to happen. Whatever you got on Beyonce, it ain't going to mean anything. And then when you play that card, and that card don't do what you think it's going to do, Jason, then what you going to do next? Then what you have? You got nothing. You're going to play that hand, and that hand ain't going to do anything for you. So because Diddy did something, y'all want to attach Rihanna to it. Y'all trying to make Justin Bieber be a victim of Diddy. It's the craziest thing ever. This man has not said a word, and y'all keep trying to associate him with something he never said or was even a part of. If that man went through the industry and had to deal with a lot, he was in a more creepier video with Odell Beckham Jr., and y'all ain't bothering him at all. So make that make sense to me. That's what I'm saying. These dudes are basically trying to run what they call the blackmail scale. Jason Lee has been targeting Beyonce for God knows how long. He's got secrets. He's got all of this stuff that he could expose Beyonce. Talking about, oh, I love Beyonce. This is how those stalker fans were. I don't know how he was built like a goddamn Yukon, and now he's looking like a damn Prius. That's how you know they're getting money, when that Ozempic start kicking in. See, look how big he was then. Now, number one fan of Beyonce, following her everywhere. He was looking at Beyonce like she was a plate of chicken. He got to meet Beyonce, everything. He was on top of it then. But now you look at him and you see the scenarios and you see where everyone is now. I'm going to have to answer this call. Hold on one second. Now, with all of this Beyonce, it sounds like more of an obsession and more of a Selena stalker fan than fandom. If you're a fan of what they do, the music, you go see their show, whatever, the concert, and then you like let go. You don't try to be attached to their whole goddamn life. And you could tell he's a big dude who didn't have a lot of personal demons in his head, you know, and you could tell weirdo guys like this have this seniority or ego complex because they're protected by the organization that they're a part of now. and they feel they could do and get away with whatever they want. Well, here's the news, buddy. Jay-Z and Beyonce are pretty much untouchable. You think Beyonce cares that she didn't get nominated for a country Grammy award and all that crap? It don't really matter. It's not going to hurt her brand. You see, you got to understand, there's a lot of devils out here that they don't care for any of you making money. But I could see if there was some smoke here, but there's no smoke at all. You want to create and put this whole ball of Beyonce did this so that everyone could go ooh and ah, but you know once you play that card, it's over. So you're going to keep holding on to the card and thinking it's going to do something for you. But what if you really did know something and that they really was concerned about you revealing it? How easy would it be to have you removed? Very easy. You're not untouchable. And that's where these guys suffer from delusion of grandeur. Your delusion of grandeur puts you in this situation where you feel that you're special, and you're not, Jason Lee. You're not. You're just like any other person out here creating on YouTube. You just got access to go to a couple of parties. Oh, well. We'll see how that plays out for you in the long run. That's the sick part, is that this guy believes like him and Beyonce is like into this war, and and like she's mad at me because I know what I know and all of this, man. When Jay-Z snatched that camera from you at that party, I mean, it looked like Jay was going back smack your ass. That was your highlight to fame. So the fact that you on Jay-Z's radar, you keep messing with Beyonce, you're going to be off the radar. It's just a matter of time. You in this obsession with Beyonce is sick. That you keep making fantasies up to try to keep anything to connect with them. Diddy's situation ain't got nothing to do with Beyonce, has nothing to do with Jay-Z. But you want to make it that. Did you know Jay-Z has the same liquor deal or partnership that he had with the same type of people? Did Jay come to Diddy's aid at any of it? No. So Diddy has his connections. He has his friends in the industry. They're going to look out for him as much as they can while this situation is happening. Well, that's the thing. That was his claim to fame when he finally met Beyonce. But, you know, he's been around Beyonce, the circle, but the betrayal and all the stuff he's done, he's on borrowed time. And this crazy bodyguard right here that nobody seemed to remember anyway, you know, everybody's like, okay. He was there one time in France when somebody tried to like throw something at them or do something, you know, off color. But that stuff don't hold weight in the real world. Oh, yeah, and thank y'all, man, for the super chats and the cash out. That was lovely, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that message y'all sent too. And yeah, I will try to get some more sleep. If you send me a cash app like that again, yes, I will definitely get some sleep. They said they were glad I got some rest that Sunday night when I passed out sleep. Not on live, but when I came back and said, when I did go live, and we ended up staying live for like 6 hours. But shouts out to everybody who was up at that time that came out. Shoot, it felt like that was 3-4 days ago. Yeah, so it's like Tales from the Lion-Ass Bodyguard. Listen to this bodyguard.
Beyonce hooked on nose candy so he could control her.
Nobody knows, but I'll say it, man. Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way.
This was also confirmed by Jaguar.
Now, Jaguar Wright talking about Beyonce on drugs. Now, what they have is prescription medicine that they're on for anxiety, things to keep them like Ambien and all this stuff to bring them down. Nothing like cocaine and all this stuff. No, they have prescription medicines. Let me tell you how this thing works. Celebrities that you guys know and love so much, it's entirely different than anything that you could imagine. They don't have regular schedules like everyone else. It's obvious, right? You can't just plan stuff with them. You can't just call them in the middle of the day and say, hey, how you doing? It ain't like that, okay? They have 3 to 4 different doctors in their lives. They have multitude of lawyers. Not just one lawyer, but a whole mess of lawyers for different things. They have a family lawyer. They have a lawyer for this. They have a lawyer just who handles this case. The kids have a doctor. They have a doctor. They have a family doctor. They have a psychiatrist. They have a motivational speaker, a doctor who got a doctorate at motivating people. They have them around. They have a spiritualist. They have a person that is a personal trainer or whatever religion they're in. Whatever, they have them. They have a strength and conditioning doctor. Someone's a doctor in medicine who could help in their bodies. They have like 5 different to 6 different doctors. Every celebrity has them. So it's not a shock and awe situation. It's more of this is the norm. So a lot of these people, if you're on the Patreon, we've exposed all of it before. And that's why we try to say it's nothing new under the sun. Everything that's been done is still being done. Now, we told you why Beyonce can't leave Jay-Z. It's on the Patreon. Maybe one day we'll bring this video to YouTube. But right now on the Patreon, you can see the video is up and it's going now. Here's why Beyonce can't leave Jay-Z. Because she can't. I mean, she can, and if she did, she'd be very dumb to do so. It would take something drastic for that to happen, because there's so much business tied up within the both of them that if one party left the other party, it would cause a severness into the business. And the business is attached to the brand of Jay-Z and Beyonce. So a lot of things would fall. So the way things are going right now, there's no room for things to fall. You feel me? Why would they rock that boat? But it's explained in the video, and you'll understand it a lot better once you see the video. That's why I always say it's a massive reason. Yes, it's a massive reason for all of this to work. They say, oh, well, no one wants to see that happen. See what happened. Don't you get it by now? This game is quite unique. Most of these people have hypnotists. Like what you saw in Get Out and you thought that was a movie, that stuff is real. Now, the nature of doing business with people, why would they need a hypnotist? Most of them do that to cure them for things. Most of them for food. Oh, I have a craving for this food. I don't want to eat this food anymore. So these hypnotists get paid $20,000, $30,000. Some are on a retainer to hypnotize them to get over fears. I have a fear of snakes. Can you do that? Get over my fear of snakes. I have a fear of heights. I want to quit smoking. And they go see a hypnotist, and the person will hypnotize them into the fact that they won't smoke anymore. But you're giving control to a doctor, right? And in Hollywood, they have they call them psychotherapists. And these guys are paid by the medical board, and these celebrities pay them money hand over fist to do these jobs. You have these devil worshipers who believe in these things. They have people that use these chakras. They have all kind of things going on in Hollywood that you guys had no idea. And the Patreon that we got, the Carcino for Life Patreon, we introduced you to that world. Because a lot of people thought it was lies until I got proof. I show you the facts. So when you're ready to believe it, this is it. Oh, it's not theory. It's actual facts. I even named one of the doctors that's one of the main guys in Hollywood doing it. He's so arrogant now. He's got his own books on how he can hypnotize you and cure you, but he only works with the celebrities because you guys won't be able to afford them. But there's other people like that. I would never let somebody into my mind and have control. Trust me, it's so much going on. You have no idea. And you'll be asking yourself, like, why are these women subjecting themselves to this? Why are they are doing this stuff? Some of them, they don't have a choice. They've opted for this. Yeah, some of them want to forget things. So while Jason Lee wants to talk, he should know the cost for talking. They don't care about you. This is Hollywood. They don't care. Jaguar Wright has been going talking about what's happening to Beyonce. You see how Beyonce's looking there? Like she's in a trance and she's stuck. And it's like she looked like she's just in a trance. She's just in her own world. Because when you go through those therapy sessions, that's what happens. It's just like Get Out. It's not like they're putting other people's consciences inside of them. You can make people shells of themselves. And then they have these drugs to make you more susceptible to the actual process of being hypnotized and being under hypnosis to make you more docile, where they feel that your aggression might be too much. This is what happened with Kanye West. Remember Kanye West was having an episode of Freak Out? Right? Remember Jenny Ma? Her? Same thing. Jason Lee knows this stuff is going on. But he cares about being in that world. He thinks he's a star. He really feels like he's something. He talked about Jennifer Hudson, a black woman. He always target black women. Why would you care what Jennifer Hudson is doing? If she's a bad host or not? Why would that even matter to you? He looks for a reason to go after black women because deep down he probably thinks he is a black woman. So I don't know. I'm not here to go through his psychosis, but I know that there's something wrong there. And he'll have to figure that out, and that's a lot on him. So whenever he, come to the discovery of something is clearly wrong with this guy and his obsession with Beyonce, I just don't understand it, to be honest. And it's creepy, it's weird, and it's not like he's adding new information. It's almost like extortion type, and if they wanted to, they could have went at this guy for trying to extort them, which would make anything he's trying to bring up non-relevant, but they just don't want to make this guy any more relevant or give him any more fuel. But he's playing a dangerous game, and he's been playing it, thinking he's untouchable. It's just that people just don't care enough to want to do anything. So he's like basking in all this money and fame he's making now. They got him on these shows, wilding out, but he's not anybody of importance. Trust me. Nothing serious of importance. Yeah. Now look at this. Somebody said Jason Lee is the best example of why Beyonce keeps her entire distance from these weird ass fans. And Jason Lee is trying to do Beyonce how he did Nicki Minaj. The difference between Nicki and Beyonce is Beyonce's husband literally will remove Jason Lee from the internet if he doesn't stop. Can you imagine what Jay-Z would do to him? My goodness. See, that's the thing. Jay is not going to do that either because this guy is doing what he's doing now. If I go missing, world, it was Jay-Z that was looking for me. It's like, dude, They will not do this while you are waving your hand crying victim. They're gonna do this when you're sitting there talking about Aaron Carter or something like, and what happened with Aaron Carter? And you'll be way off the subject. Then all of a sudden you walk outside and then you'll know. Lights go out. And then you will know. Again, nothing to do with what just happened then. It is something you did 6, 7, 8, 9 months ago prior. So that's what's going on right there. So Jay-Z team is contacting you. You got something to be worried about, buddy. When they contact me, we had to get to that right away. I want to know what's going on, what's the problem. I ain't did nothing wrong. So, yeah, we went and did what we had to do there. You know what I mean? So I'm out. Shouts to Kwame Brown, Bus Life, Ticket TV, Dreamers Pro, all y'all out there doing what y'all supposed to do, holding it down, keeping them foul. And I'm about. Armando Black TV, I see you. Showface News, the mayor. I see you out there making your noise. I haven't seen Damn D in a minute. I gotta make sure Damn D all right.